to get dangerous. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. It's about to get dangerous.
Oh,
It's gonna get wild tonight. Pop a bottle of champagne with us.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna get heated tonight. It's about to get dangerous.
Episode 286 of the Midnight in the Bay podcast is here. My name is Alex Woody, and no, if you're watching the video, I am not a white supremacist. If you're watching me right now on the YouTube Midnight in the Bay podcast, just type it in and it'll pop right up. We've got about 1,000 of these videos up, okay, guy? A bunch of them with 2 views. But there's a bunch up there you can check out. And as the show progresses, I look more and more racist. I don't know what's going on. I have a black coworker. You can interview him, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. That's really his name. You can interview him, and he'll tell you I am a little racist. I am not racist around him. You know, he'll tell you that. He's the one that told me I can use the N-word, but if I use it in front of other black people that don't like it, he can't save me. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to protect you there. I'm like, well, you going to be beating my ass when saying sorry? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Well, I don't need to say it. There's other words I could say. So, and how much Irish and Italian do I have to be able to use their slurs? You know what I mean? Because you hear a lot of guys use the old Italian slur, you know, rhymes with hop, and the old Irish term rhymes with wick, you know? And I'm like, how Irish Italian are you? And they're like, oh, my grandma's great sister's dog's border collie nephew grandfather was Irish. I'm like, all right, like, I guess you could say it. I mean, really, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. That goes with your friends. You know what I mean? But when you're on stage, you're like, maybe when you have fans, you can say whatever you want. But oof, it's already tough when you walk into a room. No one's ever heard your comedy. No one knows you. And you gotta walk in there and impress them, you know? And some of them, and this is something I've just coped with after doing comedy for 5 years, some of them aren't gonna like you. Or in my case, a lot of them aren't gonna like you. My mom doesn't like me. There's bound to be a bunch, right? So you just gotta deal with it. That's just part of a comedy, and you gotta do what makes you laugh, and it's easier said than done. But I feel like the more we do this, the more, you know, bombs you get under your belt, the more embarrassing moments, the more you become numb to it. You have an embarrassing moment, a joke doesn't land, you're like, on to the next one. I got a couple that have been landing in the last couple of years, so let's use them. You know, I want to use new ones. You always whip out those old jokes. You tell the comedian before you go on, oh, I'm going to do all new stuff, and then you go up there and you do some old stuff. It always happens. That music, by the way, Heat Club. The song's Dangerous, which is appropriate for this episode. By the way, next time I'll try to use the mute button when I cough. I was hanging out with Mary Jane, and now I'm hanging out with her sister. IPA. Don't tell the wife. We are not in the new studio. We were in it last week, and I don't think the audio was that good because the Wi-Fi wasn't working. So we're going to wait until we get the Wi-Fi going, which should be this week. So stay tuned. Guests are coming. I've been getting comments. We want to guess. We want to guess. I guess I'm boring? You telling me I'm boring? I want to entertain you while you're at work right now. You're on the shelf putting away auto parts and you're wishing you're, hooking up with Rosie O'Donnell's daughter. I don't know if she's hot, but, some celebrity's daughter, and you turn on a comedy podcast because you want to laugh a little bit. I need to just keep drinking. So, I said the song Dangerous by Heat Club right there, I just played for you. Wait, I gotta hear it again. Okay, cheers.
It's gonna get heated tonight. It's about to get dangerous.
Oh my god.
It's gonna get wild tonight.
Jesus Christ. Dangerous. Has anyone ever yelled at you before that wasn't your parent? It's scary. It's been a while for me, I get lost today. Part of my day job, not a comedian full time. Oh, cat's out of the bag. Oh, God. You guys can tell with the 20 views on YouTube on a good day. Day job, I drive a little bit, right? And I get lost. I take the side road, I get lost. And this guy, I pull, so I go back and forth, right? Forgive me, Mary Jane took my tongue away and my brain. I go back and forth looking for this address. Sometimes maps, when you're up in the woods, maps will I don't know if it's like magnetic field or witchcraft, but the maps will go all crazy, right? So I pull over, and this car comes speeding up on me. He's like, "Hey, you fucking weirdo." I'm like, "Hey, you know what my wife calls me?" He goes, "Why you keep going back and forth? Why you keep looking at my car?" I'm like, "Looking at your car?" He's like, "What are you doing out here?" I said, "I'm trying to go home. I'm lost." He's like, "You're far away from Kansas, Dorothy." I said, "I love that movie." Anyways, this guy's got sunglasses on. He's in the back of his car, and he's got his, or a friend, woman, driving the car. And he just looked like a guy from New Jack City. Black. No, I'm kidding. Well, he was black, but that's not the point. But the sunglasses was intimidating. And him yelling at me, I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Because I'm lost, this guy thinks I'm spying on him. I mean, very scary, very scary. I don't know if anyone's ever tried to attack you. This happened to me one time. I think I talked about on an early podcast episode when I was DoorDash and I pulled up on the wrong house. And I'm looking in the window. I knocked on the door, no one answers, and I go back in the car and someone runs out and says, "What the hell is going on?" And then I realized the address was down below because I got a text saying, "Hey, DoorDasher, you're at the wrong address. You're at fucking crazy Eddie's house," So I met the guy down the street. That was scary. The guy chased me. I was like, ugh, I made a mistake, you know what I mean? So this guy scared me. This guy, and I was made me realize I need to learn karate. I need to learn jiu-jitsu. I can't, a mile is a lot for me, the walk or jog, and you never know what crazy people are out there, right? And I guess I'm privileged. I don't deal with a lot of crazy people. I got friends that live in Oakland and San Francisco, and you mentioned BART, which is disgusting to me. That's where AIDS started. You got, the homeless epidemic, Walking Dead, aka, and you talk to people that live in it, and they're like, "Oh, no big deal." And then you go visit, or I did a gig, and I thought I was gonna die, And it's funny because I'm a big guy, and maybe people don't want to mess with me, but at the same time, if you're crazy and you see a fucking skinhead, oh, that guy looks like Ralph who owes me money. This guy drove by my car a couple times and wants to kill me. That's what just happened. I had no way to protect myself. I used to carry around a tripod. That's what I would do, because I would go film my sets and watch how bad I am at comedy. And I lost the tripod, and I tried to kill myself with it and fell out of the car. So now I don't have a weapon to walk around with, and I'm a little scared. What I need to do is hire a bodyguard, But I need one cheap. Maybe I make a post on Craigslist. Just give me some crazy Vietnam vet, some fucking... I'll take a dude in a wheelchair. If he has a permit to carry, I need backup because I'm fucking petrified. I'm not worried about my wife. She's yelled at me. She's, you know... It's very loud. I hate this apartment. I can't wait when we move in the house. Anyways, I think that was an earthquake, actually. Can't move away from that unless we go to some shit state. Anyways, that's another story. Move to Nevada. Oh yeah, I'm really gonna move to shitty Nevada. Have you been to Nevada? It's the worst state I've ever been in my life. Have you ever driven through Nevada? You won't compliment anything. You'll contemplate suicide. You'll fucking think about childhood. It's horrible. It's boring. They'll just take your money. You'll commit sins. You want to shoot. You want to die. Shoot up. You know, it's horrible. I hate that state, but it's fun to visit. You know what I mean? I won't live there, but I'll visit it. A week of hell, I'll take. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. That's what I want to know. The neighbors have never been this loud. I think maybe they heard in the last episode and they're like, I'm fucking up this hockey's horrible podcast. But what was I talking about? Oh, just a couple days of sin, and I had that much ADD. A little fucking noise just through. You guys hear that? I mentioned I need a bodyguard. I might need a hitman too. Jesus Christ. You done fucking? It's a heavy set people up above. Now I know how people felt back in the day when I lived on the second floor. You know, everything comes back and haunts you. Because I used to... Ooh, I was a horrible second floor neighbor back in the day. And I was even bigger. I was over 300 pounds. And I feel bad for the young Indian family. A single mom. And she had enough dealing with the porky kid and the whore daughter. And now you got chubby McFuggles, you know, banging away and screaming and hollering. And that's not her, that's me, you know. The guy must have been premature because it's over now. I can't believe you guys heard that. That was sex on the podcast for the very first time. I know squeaking when I hear it. That's the one thing I'm not going to miss in the apartment. Living in the house. It's... I hate hearing other people fight, especially when they're not good looking. You're good looking? It's fine. Ugly? I'm sure people feel the same way with me. Can I be prejudiced? It's the land of the free, home of the brave. I'm not very brave here. That's why I need a bodyguard, possibly hitman. I'm joking, not really. A bodyguard though would be dope. Like an ex kung fu trainer that retired and then saw the post and said, you know, I think Buddha has led me to you and now I will protect you. That's the kind of person I'm looking for. Plus I can run jokes by him. No, you don't want to piss off a bodyguard. They're trained killers, you know, especially if you have a good one. Yeah, I never thought 5 years in comedy I'd be at this point, but there's psychos out there. There really are. They're psychos. And let me tell you, hiring a bodyguard's a lot easier than learning karate. Being homeless looks fun. I saw a homeless guy chugging a big beer, aka a tall can. Threw it in the trash can. Did one of these towards the guy working inside the gas station, then pulled his pants, mooned the guy inside the gas station, and then ran off laughing like a kid. And I said, am I doing life wrong? What am I I'm like depressed over here looking at gas prices, thinking how am I gonna make rent, and explaining to my wife why there's $200 missing, and he's just loving life, laughing like he's a Japanese schoolgirl and saw an octopus jump on an old guy's head and make it look like he had hair again, you know? I think life is about perspective. You know, we might have to go homeless. We really might. I don't like the whole camping thing, but the freedom of just doing crazy things. I've talked about this before. Homeless people can get away with jerking off in parks, screaming on corners, jumping up and down, you know, mooning gas station attendants. No one says anything because they're dirty. You could tell they're, you know, you associate homeless with crazy. You know, let's be homeless, but let's be sane. You know, we're those guys. I want to hang out with those guys. Those are fun guys. And this is unemployed guys. You know, because that seems fun. I like being a kid. People say grow up. Why? I do not want to grow up. I refuse. I'm never gonna grow up. If she makes me grow up, I'm out. It's too fun to be immature. Life's too short. I know, I went that corny route. I'm hack, I'm a loser, I'm filthy, I know. But we're putting the hat backwards. Because we're trying to attract more of a black crowd. So, I truly believe something. Okay? I'm going to say this with a straight face and make sure the hat's centered. Okay. Hang on. Shalom. I'm going to break it down for you folks. Leggings, they're the most popular pants on the planet. You go on social media, they're showing ads for leggings. Buy these, look at these. Ooh. Guess who invented leggings? Women. Why? So we'd listen to them. You ever try and listen to a woman who's not wearing leggings? You're looking around, you're looking at the phone. You're not even a Yankee fan, you're looking at the Yankee score, you know? A woman talking to you with leggings, you might look down a couple times, but yes, I know, you're in the conversation. The beauty surrounds you. And women notice this. And one brand went to another brand, and now there's thousands of different legging brands. They're in every store. I even saw a pair of leggings for sale in Safeway. They're having them in the grocery stores. You know, I saw a Girl Scout cookie mom selling leggings with the Girl Scout cookies. I mean, people are just hustling them. They're all over the place. And take a look around. You will never see a man not listening to a woman in leggings. It's just, the women have figured it out. And I gotta applaud them. You know, the Lululemons. Oh, it's a man CEO. Good cover. Really a good cover. You know, bravo. I'm really impressed. And next couple presidents might be a woman. There might be a woman, and I guarantee they will wear leggings. Now here's my question. I'm going to break it down for the fellas right now. Let me just ask you guys a question. It's rhetorical because this ain't live. I wish this was live. Oh my God. I should do a live app, you know? If men wore leggings, would women listen to us? That we're going to have to find out. I'm going to have to do that. I think she would just say, what are you wearing? And I can see your nuts. Anytime you've been able to see my nuts, which I always try to wear clothes that are too small for me because I'm outgrowing them. Doctor said you stop growing at 25. Not true. I'm still growing. It's not me gaining weight. It's me just maturing and getting older as an adult. I think doctors are sometimes wrong. I heard you don't ever stop growing, so that's cool. I made that up, but yeah. So, anyways, and she'll stop me. She'll be like, I can see what religion you are right now. Come on, change those. I don't have to put on sweats, you know what I mean? But one time I wore sweats, and somehow one of my balls made my thing look bigger. And for some reason, the sweats were a little tight. For some reason, right? Just still growing. And I was on stage, and a rumor started that I have a big, and I've just had a man approach me, asking me about it, but, it's not a bad rumor to be going around. I'm just hoping it never comes around to my wife, because we don't want it disproven. We don't want any naysayers coming along. It's a good rumor. It's a good... men listen to a guy with a big honker, a big piece, People don't listen to a guy with a small one. I'll watch NBA, or I'll watch WNBA as soon as they allow trans athletes. They're talking about bringing WNBA to Oakland. I'll watch it. Just allow trans athletes. You had some trans in there, I'm all for it. I'll be a cheerleader. Let's boogie. Let's make it interesting. Women hate me, men love that. I work out for attention. I love people looking at me. I've been working out lately, not to lose weight, but just so people see just my chubbiness flopping around. That's pretty embarrassing. Like, oh my god, is that a woman that forgot to wear a bra? I love the working out though. I like the high from it. I like getting high and then working out. The high from the running is like, oh my god, what am I, heroin? I feel great and I feel relaxed. Don't run long, but I run a couple of feet. You're white trash when you save the popcorn bucket from the movies for another day. My dad used to do this back in the day when we were trying to save money. We'd go see a movie, get the bucket of popcorn with the free refill, go get a couple refills, and he would tell me to go so he wouldn't miss the movie, even though it'd be like a cartoon, Chippendales. And then he would say, make sure you tell him to layer the butter. And then we'd get a couple of refills. I'm like, Dad, I don't know how many refills you can get. You're like 5 already, right? And he'd be like, shut up, just go. And he was a great guy. Still a great guy. Anyways, give me a nice birthday card. $5. Thanks, Dad. It's not the 50s anymore. Anyways, so the next month, he kept on the bucket. He's like, hey, let's go use the bucket. So we go use the bucket, and the guy goes, refills it, and he's like, oh, did you get this from us? Have you been here for a little bit? My dad was like, this movie's been out of theaters for a while. He's like, yeah, I think the guy said it was the last one or whatever. It's teenagers. They don't really think things through. They're half gone off the dabs. He's like, oh, okay. And he filled it up. I was like, Jesus Christ. This is embarrassing. I'm going to have flashbacks when I'm an adult, But he did save money. And now he works for Geico. I went on a trail, running, jogging, and I told you, I like the exercise for attention. I'd run by people when there was people around, and then as soon as there were people around, I walked. I'm such a, hey, look at him. I want them to be like, was that an athlete? Who was that? Was that Tom Segura? What is that? If I hear that one more time on the show, I'm gonna lose it. I get that every show. By the way, too, I got sunburnt a little bit out there on the trail. I don't know if you can tell by my face if we're watching video. I realize hands never get sunburned. I know scientists, but I don't think I've ever had my hands sunburnt, and I've been fucked up by the sun. I went to Hawaii one time, put sunscreen all over my face, on my arms, and then I put on almost a see-through Adidas shirt. It was like just something light I put on. I'll wear this in the water and protect me from the sun. Oh my God, I woke up the next morning. I thought I took Ambien and jumped in the oven during the night. I thought I was a turkey and I tried to cook myself. That's how burnt I was. Oh, it was horrible. The best thing was the cream. It was the only time my wife has ever rubbed cream on me. I tried to get her to rub cream on me lately, and she's like, "You're not sunburned." I'm like, maybe I should go get sunburned. It's fun. It's pleasant when you rub cream on me. Defection. Heard of it? Married 10 years. Crazy. My coworker gave me props the other day because I got a chick pregnant and had a kid. I'm like, have you seen China? It's easy. Oh, God. People with Teslas, they got the ludicrous mode. Didn't know they had the asshole mode. Tesla drivers are some of the worst. Oh, my God. I had one Tesla driver go from the left lane. It's on a green light. Stop with their blinker, holding up traffic. I'm right behind them so they can go across other lanes to go right. You know, this is not the first Tesla. I've had Tesla speed up on me. I've had them try to race me. It's like the new Camaro. It's the new asshole out there. I hate the Teslas. I hope there's a power outage. Hope they get electrocuted when it rains. Why are black garbage... Okay, here you go. I got one for you. Why are black garbage bags always the biggest? Yeah, my wife wrote that joke. I'm so old now, I realized that the other day when I told someone I like walking. They didn't believe me. I looked at my stomach, they're like, I try and be a good parent. As soon as I'm done swearing at a driver on the road, I tell my son not to do that. Piece of shit, motherfucker, eating grandma's pussy, licking Chinaman, rowhead, get her done, chicken little fucker, titty done. Flip him off, show my butthole, take some fucking pee and throw it at him. And then after, yeah, don't act like that. That was crazy. There was numerous times where, like, my son was like playing with the coat hanger. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" My wife's like, "Maybe you should go apologize." I turn into like Robert De Niro, but I don't know. It's, you know, you don't hang out with kids. I don't hang out with kids all day, so you forget how to talk, and then I do the comedy. You forget how to talk to kids, you know. I don't know. He's gonna be a walking swearing machine. I know it. I always knew my wife is using... I always know my wife is using voice to text when I hear her say, "big idiot." Did you hear Tampax hired a trans person to be their spokesperson? I don't get the foot up on the dash while driving. Have you seen this? People will drive with their foot up on, like, up here. Look at, can you see? Look at, they'll have it like up here while they're driving. And I'm just thinking, you get in a car accident, that foot's gonna go, you're gonna look like a peacock from Dr. Moreno's Island, you know? The circus, you're gonna look like a freak, you're gonna die, you know? And these people don't think. Meanwhile, I'm smoking a bowl, looking at these crazy people, not paying attention to the road. Yeah, I should be one to speak, right? God, everything ever since I've gotten into comedy, I look at everything that I'm hypocritical about. It's horrible. But anyways, that's the podcast. we're going to have a guest on. I'm supposed to have my son on, but he's like, Dad, you suck. I'm not going to be on this. I'm like, okay, good point. I don't even want to do this. But this podcast is brought to you by Silver Tongue Audio. Go to silvertongueaudio.org and you will see my podcast there free to download, Midnight in the Bay, and you will see Days in Disturbed. It's a great podcast. The guy hangs out with Mary Jane, talks goofiness about dark subjects. It's very fun. It's very enlightening. Check it out. And then check out the NPC podcast, Non-Player Character Podcast. It's a fun podcast that talks about video games, goes in depth with humor about what's going on in the video game industry, and the people that are on the podcast, they've been in the industry, so they know what they're talking about. It's very cool. It's very fun and hip. So go to silvertongueaudio.org to get free podcast content. That's been the podcast. And let me tell you, folks, I need you to go to Instagram. Go to _AlexWoodyComedy and follow me. I got some shows coming up. I'm at Barberhood in San Francisco Friday. Come check me out Friday night. Okay? Barberhood, San Francisco. Love you.
Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. Somebody might die tonight. We're living the party life. It's about to get dangerous. It's gonna get wild